Hey friends, Jill here. I am not at my farm, which seems to be a normal occurrence. I take you guys all around, show you lots of really cool places. Today, I am at my friends, Sean and Melanie's house. You guys hear me talk about them a lot. I feel like y'all know Sean pretty well. They've been out of town enjoying a little anniversary trip, and so Nathan and I have been taking care of their farm. Moving around their chickens, cutting flowers and delivering them to Bell Urban Farm. The space they have here is magnificent, and so I wanted to take you guys along today as I cut flowers, delivered them. I also have my sister Brooke here with me today, which is really fun. You want to say hi?
Hi.
So she is really interested in cut flowers. Sean actually just built her a chicken tractor for her chickens and potentially a tunnel in the future, and so I just thought this would be really fun to bring her along and check it out as well. Thank you. It holds 10 pounds.
Oh, these girls are hard. Hi, ladies. Hi, ladies. This is so cool, Jill.
Yeah, that's what's on our, we do that for our rabbits as well.
Oh my gosh, look at them.
Yeah, well, you want to move them real quick?
How much? These? Watch out. Alright, then you grab.
It's way easier moving these than it is rabbits.
You might want to make them a little bit more. They're so hard. Mine is way I should have brought a snack treat for them.
A treat?
Yes. I should have brought some watermelon for them.
So, actually what's really cool about Sean's getup is right here where he has this tunnel, he actually had, this was actually a chicken coop. And so he had his chickens on here for a while, just adding organic compost back into it. Now he actually has flowers planted in there. And that's essentially what he's doing is we're moving these chickens every single day. The grass back here in their backyard is beautiful, and they're just using these chickens to prepare where they intend on planting. Oh look, the sweat's already starting to happen.
I'm not sweating yet.
You're not sweating yet? I feel like I'm always sweating. So Sean's setup here is awesome. He sells to Bell Urban Farm, who I've also sold to in the past, and they do them in these bundles of 15. So I'm gonna like kind of walk through and explain that to Brooke while also trying to explain it to you guys in the best amateur way I know. You guys know I don't know a whole lot about flowers. Most of the things I know I have learned from Sean, so it's been really cool to kind of do this and figure out, like, you know, how long you cut them, how much of the stem you take off when we're delivering them. Kim is making the bouquets herself, so we're just giving her materials to make the bouquet, and so we want to leave enough foliage on there, but this is definitely something that I don't know much about. We do have these buckets that we're just putting a little bit of water in to make sure that the stems stay wet, and we are bundling them up in groups of 15. So what we'll need are some pruners, handy dandy pruners, and then if you grab some rubber bands, they're right there. Just
How
so,
many?
I don't know, I'd keep like 3 or 4 on your finger. So this is Status. It's really pretty. It makes a really good filler. You guys can see there's quite a bit here. These are the straw flowers, which this I think is so cool, Brooke, and you probably will too. They close up in the morning or when it rains, and then when it gets hot outside, they open back up.
Really?
So
Even
see,
after they've been cut, they'll open up?
well, so I think this is just why they're, but Phil, you see, hear that?
I got my gloves on, but...
Isn't that so cool?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so these are really pretty. I actually just bought some seeds for these. So these are straw flowers that we will be harvesting, and then check out his poppies over there. Let's go look at the poppies
See,
real
I
quick.
tried to grow poppies myself, and I cannot grow them.
So this is actually, many of you guys mentioned this on my video as well. So when the flower blooms, like over there.
This is a poppy?
Well, this is what the poppy looks like after it's bloomed and gone to seed. So this is actually, but they put these in bouquets as well, like for pods.
Okay.
Look at these beautiful poppies.
Those are poppies, the pink ones?
Yeah, these are all poppies. Look at them, aren't they so pretty? Yeah, they're just gorgeous. All right, so when we cut them, we're cutting them about 18 inches long. Really nothing special. We want to make sure that there's enough foliage. The way that we're doing it is we're going to work down this side, come all the way back up, and come up the other. Just looking at it, I think we could at least probably get 2 15 bundles, maybe even 3.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. It's okay. I'm just about to set this down. So you'll come like right down here at the base. I'd always cut more, and then you can, because you're gonna have to chop them all off to make sure they're even too. So you can start on this side and I'll start on this side. So you're just cutting down. So you guys can see, I've just cut this down at the base. I'm actually not going to take off any of this foliage right here. I'm gonna let her use those for her bouquets however she likes. And he's got this like netting trellis system kind of set up with the twine. So then you'll just grab 15 in a bundle. All right, so here I've got 15. You know, I really enjoy doing this too, because it's kind of like good practice when I think about like, oh, what will it be like when I'm growing these cut flowers? And you know, ideally you want to come out here early in the morning and cut them all before it gets super hot and humid outside, just because the flowers do a lot better when it's earlier in the morning and not as hot. But this has been really fun to me to kind of like get a visual of what it will be like planting flowers in our new tunnel, and you know, what this looks like. It's brought me a lot of joy, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So then just stick your foot on that.
Right here?
Yep, lift it up. And then stick them to where you're chopping them all off. Like too much, like right there, yeah. Isn't that amazing?
It's so cool. There?
Yep, just stick it in there. We're doing so good. Are you like obsessed yet or what?
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Almost therapeutic.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I am seriously so blown away by these straw flowers. I think these might have my heart. Look at that.
Wormy.
Check all these out. Isn't that just crazy? So what flowers do you want to grow?
Me?
Yeah.
Zinnias, sunflowers, a few different sunflower varieties. I currently have cosmos. I'm not sure I'll grow those again. And some filler type flowers. I'm currently.
So the status is a good filler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe snapdragons.
Yeah, those are really pretty.
So yeah, it's way harder than it
looks.
It is.
Yeah.
It's way harder than it looks.
So here Sean has his celosia. We're also just kind of cutting these down at the base. He's got 2 different varieties. He's got this really pretty red and then this yellow over here. And then it doesn't have to all be red. Just do a multi. And so, this might actually be fun to teach you guys, since it is a little something that I know. So on these celosias, one, I am gonna be buying these for sure. We'll actually go through and strip off the bottom ones and still leave some of the foliage at the top so Kim can choose how much she wants, but we do go through and just take some of the bottom off. love any opportunity I get to just come and learn new things, learn things that I don't know. And then obviously, if I get an opportunity to share that with somebody else, like my sister, that's also really fun. One, two.
Switch to the other side.
Yeah, I need like 5 more.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Come out of that. This is a good filler flower, right?
Yeah, it's a really good filler
I wonder
flower.
how easy it is to grow.
I think he says it's really easy to grow. I know a lot of flower farmers that grow celosia.
So what's the point of all this netting right here?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Let me put these in the water. If you hear the lawnmower, I'm sorry, I'm trying to speak loud. My sister asked what the point was in the netting. So Sean has the same horticulture netting on all his flowers that I have back home on my zinnias. And I'll turn it around and show you guys what it looks like. He's done it a bit different than I have. So he has these poles to where I was just using like leftover stuff. But he has the same netting. You can get this on Amazon. You can get it probably at like a lot of different stores. But the point of it is to kind of help your stems grow straighter. You can see he's got his basil back there in it. And that's just really kind of helping allow some sort of support to your flowers as they're growing up. A bit more structure. Look at those. So yeah, it's just to kind of help with straighter stems.
Form.
Yeah, kind of keep them formed a little bit better. So my sister's coming at me hot with all the questions. She acts like I know what I'm talking about. So she wanted to know how long will something like this last in arrangement? Is that 15?
No.
Okay. So that is honestly a total Sean question. I don't know. I do know that all the varieties he has in his gardens are ones that last very, very long. After cutting, yes. And so, will you stick that in that water?
Sure. Oh, you don't cut those?
You can. Yeah, you can.
I'd like to, if you don't mind.
Yeah, cut away. It's one of my favorite jobs too. I asked him if he could build me one of those because they're so cool. It's pretty. It's really like satisfying just whacking those off. So I don't know. That is a really good Sean question. Sean and I are going to be putting out a lot of content, a lot of flower oriented content, just kind of teaching you guys as I am learning through the process. I thought that would be really helpful and beneficial if we all just kind of learn together. So I don't know how long these will last after they've been cut, but I'm sure Sean would, and so that's another video we will do for another day. Have you been bitten by the bug? Do you have the flower bug to grow food, to grow flowers?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I just think that...
Oh, come here. No one can hear you.
For sure. I think they're beautiful. I've always been obsessed with flowers. I really love arranging them myself.
Yeah.
I think for me as a amateur beginner cut flower person, I would be interested in just easy varieties.
Yeah.
Because Sean was telling me how certain seeds are moody, if you will. So
temperamental.
For me, yeah, I'd be interested to hear, you know, what are some of the easier things to grow that are hardy too.
Those are snap peas over there that you use the foliage for. Isn't that cool?
The pink ones?
Yeah. So here are some snap peas that you just harvest the foliage and put in arrangements. They have lots of different colors, but yeah, that's what these are used for. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty.
And they'll just climb and trellis up. If we go on the other side of this tunnel, he's got his zinnias and sunflowers.
Oh, so he does have zinnias.
Yes, he does have zinnias. He's got all of these zinnias planted. Yep,
huh?
those are all sunflowers. And then he's just got like some dwarf varieties down here in grow bags. So one of the main reasons I wanted to bring you guys out here and show you this is one, Sean and Melanie, you know, are a huge part of our lives. We do a lot of videos with them. He's, you know, we're dabbling into this cut flower thing together. But he is a really wonderful representation of maxing out a small space. They're in the middle of town, in a backyard. You hear the neighbors next door mowing. Like, he literally has his entire backyard either in, you know, moving chickens around to fertilize the ground that he is then going to plant. And he's got 3 really big established plots here full of flowers that he cuts and sells every single week to provide for his family. And I think that that is a huge encouragement to me, and hopefully a huge encouragement to you guys. If you're in a season and you're in a place where you don't have a large plot of land, maybe that's not even a desire of your heart. Maybe you really love urban farming and doing a lot in a small space. I find a lot of value in that, and I think this right here shows how well it can be done on such a small scale and still having a huge impact. He's not even growing food. He's just growing flowers, and that's really profitable for his family. And so I really want to encourage you guys, let this be an inspiration of what you can do with a small plot, small backyard. You could do this in your front yard. We're actually going to be delivering these flowers to Belle Urban, and I'm going to take you guys along for that as well. She's in the middle of, you know, town. She's growing a ton of stuff very similar to this in her front yard. They're doing a lot of really cool things, and you don't have to live in the country. You don't have to have, you know, a ton of acreage to be able to make an impact and do something. If you're passionate about it, pursue it because it's worth it. So I am back home. Unfortunately, my camera died on the way to Belle Urban Farm. So I never got to take you guys and show you and wrap up this video. So I thought, well, the sun's going down. It is the most beautiful time on the farm. I thought I'd show you all of my beautiful cut flowers. It was really just such a joy to take my sister over there today, because one, this is something that is a new kind of like love that is sparked for her. I guess she's always had an interest in flowers, but never really let herself go to that place where she thought about growing them for herself, and that was a possibility. And so for me, that was really special to watch that and know that dreams are sparking in her. Creativity's just like flowing and going everywhere. And that always gets me excited to like have those personal relationships with people and like actually see those dreams come to fruition. See like, you know, all those ideas playing around. And so that was really cool just to kind of spend some time with her today and see how much going there and harvesting those flowers and seeing how doable that was, how you don't have to have tons of acreage. You know, my friend Sean's doing this in his backyard with very little, and I think that that really inspired her that if he can do all of this in a backyard in the city, she's got a large plot of land, she can do it too. And so that was really special just to be able to see. But my flowers are looking beautiful, and I cannot wait to show you guys. Man, thank you guys so much for letting me show off my little bed full of happiness over here. There's nothing I love more than coming out here after a long day and just feeling just so refreshed by what the garden has to offer me. It's just such a joy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll talk to you soon.